Matt Frazier, the psychic medium, and I am live right now. So come on in and join me. I want to talk to you about something that might freak you out, but I want you to hear me out. It's about what your loved ones can see on the other side. And I gotta tell you, this is one of the most frequently asked questions, excuse me, that I'm asked as a psychic medium. I've been reading so many of your comments, and so many of you have been saying to me, Matt, well, if our loved ones can see us, right? Can they see everything? What exactly do our loved ones see? And when you say that they're with us all the time, what does that mean that they're with us all the time? Do they see me in the shower? Do they see me shaving? Do they see me? I don't want to get into all the scenarios. Listen, you can think of the scenarios on your own, but I actually want to come on in and talk to you guys a little bit about this to share with you what I've learned as a psychic medium and what your loved ones see on the other side. I want to say hello to all of you. I see that Sharon Ford is here. I see that Rosalina is here. I also see that Catherine is here. I see Marjorie is here. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. She says my brother passed away today. Well, listen, I think that this video is going to bring you a lot of comfort. I also see that Renee is here from Florida. I see Maggie is here. She says, great question. What I want you guys to know is this, is that as a medium, I can tell you that your loved ones are closer to you now than they even were within life. And you might say, well, Matt, how is that possible? How are my loved ones more closer to me now? Me and my mom were best friends. Me and my dad were best friends. We were always with one another. Explain that to me. But what I want you to know is this, is that your loved ones can see every moment of your life. And can they see everything that you do? Absolutely. But they're not there to judge you. It's not in a bad way. You know, your loved ones want to see everything in your life because they're proud of you. They're excited for you. They want to see what you're doing on this journey here on earth. And they also want to be a part of those experiences with you. The smallest things that you go through in life are big moments for your loved ones on the other side. They love to see what you're doing in your house. They love to see that new boyfriend or that new girlfriend that you started dating. They love to see that new job that you just took. They love to see you taking time for yourself. All those little moments that you might not realize your loved ones in heaven see. And what I can tell you is that in heaven, your loved ones don't lose their personality, but they did lose one thing. They did lose something called judgment. In heaven, your loved ones in spirit do not judge you. And here's the reason why. They know that life is hard. And on the other side, don't freak out when I tell you this, they're able to hear your thoughts and feelings. Now, that might sound weird to you, right? You might be like, oh my God, I don't want my mom to know my thoughts and feelings. I don't want my dad to know my thoughts and feelings. I want to keep things private. Well, what I want to let you know is it's really important because here in this world, the way that we get close to somebody, right, is when we talk to them. Have you ever noticed that when we talk to people here in this world, when we really get deep with them, we get close to them? When you start to talk to somebody, you know, about their mother dying or their dad dying or something that they never shared before, right? You become vulnerable, they become vulnerable, and there's this trust and this bond that is just established. That's the reason why you trust your husband so much, you trust your wife so much. It's because you share with them things that you would have never shared with anybody else. Well, what I want you guys to know is that on the other side, your loved ones in spirit can see the way that you're feeling. They can hear your thoughts. They can hear all of those things, which makes you more bonded to them because they understand you more. That's why your loved ones don't judge you in heaven. They don't judge you because they know the reason why you're dating that guy or that girl. They know the reason why you trusted that person who screwed you over. They know the reason why you made that life decision or that life choice. You know, here in this world, right, when somebody makes a bad choice or a bad decision, we say, oh my God, what were they thinking? What were they thinking, right? Well, in heaven, guess what? Your loved ones know what you were thinking. And that's the reason why they don't judge you, because they know what prompted you to make those life decisions. So your loved ones can see everything if they want to. But your loved ones respect privacy on the other side. That to them, watching you on the toilet is boring. Watching you on taking a shower is boring. But what's exciting to them is seeing the things that are happening in your life. So listen, how do I know this, right? How do I know that your loved ones can see everything that you do? Well, being a medium and doing the readings that I do, your loved ones will tell me about all of the moments that they're there for. So I want to tell you guys this because when I do readings, your loved ones get really excited to talk about the things that you don't think they're a part of, right? You might not know that your loved ones are there, but they are. You might not know that your dad can see what's going on in your life, but he does. And tonight, during tonight's online reading, I have the video for you. I'm going to share it with you. During tonight's online reading, something amazing happens. And by the way, your loved ones have little side conversations with me, which I love. When I'm talking to your loved ones in spirit, you know, they come through and say, Matt, my daughter wasn't expecting me to come through. Or Matt, you got to tell my son this, or you got to tell my loved one this. So during tonight's online reading, it was crazy because there was this woman that was there. And but the moment I started connecting with her, right? Before I even started delivering messages from her father, he was talking to me and telling me all this shit. He was telling me like that she didn't believe he was going to come through. He didn't believe that he was going to talk to her. Like she was talking all this shit about her dad, and he heard her through her thoughts, right? And then he validated all the things that he could see from the other side. So why am I sharing this with you? What does this have to do with you? Well, it's a learning lesson for all of us, right? It's a lesson of what our loved ones actually see when they die, what they actually become a part of. So if you missed tonight's online reading, okay, here was just one of the readings that took place. This reading is one that really proves that your loved ones see everything that you do. And even when you think that they're missing from your life, I guarantee you they are there through the big moments, through the bad moments, through the in-between moments, and the moments that just make you stressed. So take a look at this video, okay? This just happened at tonight's online reading. It literally happened about 45 minutes ago. If you weren't at tonight's online reading, you missed it. But here was just one of the many readings that took place. You ready? Here it is. Souls that I keep hearing on the other side. Now, first of all, did your father pass?
Yes.
He's the first one through, and he's also here with your grandmother on the other side. Because I have both of those souls stepping forward. And he kept saying to me, Matt, that's my daughter. That's my daughter. And he is so excited to be able to speak to you like this. And he's so excited, by the way, to prove you wrong, because you were saying there's no way my father's going to come through. There's no way my father's going to come through and speak to me. Do you understand that?
Yes.
But he goes like this. He goes, Matt, he goes, I heard her talking so much shit before you even started this reading, saying there's no way my father's coming through. He won't talk to me. He's not like that. He won't tell me anything. He never even said, I love you here in this world. He goes, I heard her say all this stuff, Matt, and think all this stuff. He goes, and I have to prove to my daughter that I do watch over her. I am in that house with her. And he tells me you need to start taking better care of your house. He's telling me you're letting things go.
Well, it's under construction. So yeah.
Wonder why he keeps bringing that up. He keeps warning you, by the way. He keeps telling me there was an issue with the plumbing. Was the plumbing not set up properly?
Yes.
Why are you looking over there? Is your husband over there?
My husband's staring at me.
Get your husband over here. We gotta bring him on camera.
As soon as you said plumbing, he went, what?
Come on screen.
Hello.
I love that your husband was here and he's listening in, but he's afraid to come on camera.
Yeah.
But you can understand, this is how your father was here in this world. He was a ball buster here in the physical world. And on the other side, he's that same way. He just said to me, actually, I just saw an issue with the dishwasher. Did you have an issue, sir, putting in the dishwasher?
Dishwasher? Well, we had a big issue with the entire plumbing, not necessarily the dishwasher, but pretty much the whole plumbing and the piping and everything.
Oh, that's what so when he was talking about plumbing, that's what he was talking about.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what happened?
Exactly.
We're literally ripped out the entire our house. So we're renovating the entire house from top to bottom.
Yeah.
Isn't that
But
crazy?
we're on the second plumber, so probably
The first plumber screwed us.
the first plumber was kind of a clown, and now we are on the who's doing a good job. So the first plumber caused a lot of problems. That's probably what the communication is.
Yeah.
Got the hell up. Isn't it crazy how they know? And that's why he was saying, you're letting the house go. You're letting the house go. Like, and be careful with the plumbing. So no, it's his way of acknowledging that. And this is the reason why. Not because your father's over there and all of a sudden he's a contractor in heaven, but it's his way of trying to tell you from the other side that he is watching over every single thing that's going on with you, your husband, your kids. And your father wants to let you know one thing. He says, Matt, he says, I still watch over her every day and tell her that everything's going to be fine. But he tells me that you need to lighten up a little bit on your husband, because he tells me you're getting so impatient and you're getting so pissed off. He says, and Matt, he goes, she gets that from me, he tells me. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
That's the most I said the whole night, Matt.
Well, listen, don't put it on me. I just tell you what your loved ones are saying. But your father thinks this is so funny. Say that again, I'm sorry.
Thank you very much.
Oh, you're very welcome. Please know that your father's telling me this. He says, Matt, you got to tell my daughter that we were just like one another in many different ways. He goes, I was hard-headed. She was hard-headed. But the one thing that your dad is telling me is he wishes that he took better care of himself here in this world. That's what he tells me. Because he says, for my life, Matt, he goes, I never wanted to admit that there was anything wrong with me. I never wanted to admit that there was problems within my body. He says, and I let things go and I let things go and I let things go. Do you understand that? And he tells me that that's one of the things that you have such a hard time with, because deep down you feel, well, maybe I could have saved my dad. Maybe I could have gotten him to see somebody. Maybe I could have gotten him, the help or care that he needed. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Do you truly understand what I'm telling you?
100% do. Yes.
Because your father tells me this. He says, Matt, I want to tell my daughter one thing. No, I didn't always tell her how I was feeling. No, I didn't always tell her what was going on in my body. He says, but I want her to know that that was not something that she had to worry about. That was my own doing, and that was my own responsibility. So I'm telling you this because your dad wants you to be able to let go of that, forgive yourself, and not stress out. He tells me when I'm connecting with him, the one thing that he wishes is he wishes that he spent more time with you before he died. That's one of the things that he tells me that he regrets and you regret every day. He said, Matt, this was all on me. Tell my daughter this was all on me. He keeps repeating that, all on me, all on me, all on me. I keep hearing that. And he needs you to know that. No, but listen to me. He needs you to know that, and he needs you to believe that. Because he tells me that he knew how his body was feeling. He knew what was going on internally. And he knew that his time on earth was limited. But you tried to get close with him and spend time with him. And your father shows me that he didn't make that attempt. Do you understand that?
In some ways, yeah. A lot of times when I would call and ask him how he was feeling, he would put all of those things on the back burner and try to talk about everything else. So he really didn't tell me too much about what was going on with him.
Well, listen, that's why he's coming through right here and right now. Your dad tells me if I could live my life again, he says, I would have treated things differently. He says, but here in this world, he says, the reason why he didn't spend time or he didn't go out or he didn't do things, he says to me that he wasn't feeling good internally. That's what he's telling me. And he was very afraid of you catching on. He was very afraid of other people catching on. That's what he's telling me. So your father tells me this. To him, illness was weakness. That's what he saw it as. He felt like that if he were to say that I'm not feeling good, I'm feeling dizzy, I'm feeling lightheaded, I got this pain, he felt like that was being a weak man. Do you understand that?
100%, yes.
And your father says, instead, Matt, I was stupid. I kept it all on the inside. But he says, I regret that because I could have been spending time with my daughter. But he's coming through to let you know one thing, that before he died, he did not get to tell you how he had felt about you. He says, and Matt, I want my daughter to know that I love her so, so much. And even though you feel like he may have missed out on moments with you and moments with the family and moments on all these things, this is his way of letting you know in spirit that he is okay, letting you know that he is safe and at peace, and he will always be watching over you from the other side. He says, good luck with the renovation. He says, and the one thing that I want you to know, he says, is that the next time you think that I'm not watching you, he said, think again. That's what he just said to me. And I'm like, and I just said to him in my head, I go, that sounds friggin' scary. Like, I wouldn't like someone telling that to me. And your father goes, no, he goes, because she needs to know that I'm really with her and that I'm really watching over her in spirit.
It's so funny because on my way home, I was saying to him, I know you've been giving me all of these signs for like the past 3 weeks. I've been seeing numbers, I've been seeing memories, I've been hearing songs. I said, but the one night, this is your one opportunity to really pull through and come through if you want to say something to me. And he did.
Is this your first time attending this online reading event like this?
It is.
Oh,
yes.
Good. And you attended the live event before but didn't get a message?
No, you actually did read me.
Oh, who came through that time?
It was actually my mother's fourth daughter. Her name was Erin. You told me about my little sister who we shared a birthday with.
That's crazy. I'm so glad that you came back, and I'm so glad that he came through. And I love this. That's what happens is that sometimes, so your dad had it, was he not passed at that moment?
No, he wasn't.
So when you last came to me, how many years ago was it?
Oh my gosh.
What was it, like 6
Maybe-
years, 6 years ago, right? I think that's the last time I was in Connecticut.
It was a very long time ago. My first daughter was maybe 10. No, maybe 10 years ago.
And look at that. I don't even age. Look at how I don't age.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding with you.
I-
Well, know that the fact that you trusted me after all these years to come back and that your dad came through, I am so happy. And I want to thank you so much for trusting me and allowing me to deliver this message from him.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You guys, that happened at tonight's online reading. That was just one of the readings that I did. And I got to tell you, I love these online readings because during these events, I read many people. It's amazing how many souls come through. And that was a reading that really just validates that your loved ones can see everything that you do. And it's funny because when I do a reading, I have little conversations with your loved ones. And I tell your loved ones, tell me something that nobody else would know. Tell me something that I would absolutely have to be in the house with so that your loved ones know that you're truly there and watching over them. So the fact that her dad was able to come through and the way that her dad was able to validate that they had the whole house pulled apart, they had this plumbing issue, that they were going through these renovations, just shows that her father's spirit knows what she's going through at the present moment, but is also in that house with her, which is such a beautiful validation. And that's what I try to do with every reading. With every reading that I do, what I really want is your loved ones to just validate you, to prove to you and show you without a doubt that, listen, I'm really there. I'm with you. I'm in that house with you. I see what you're going through, and I am a part of your life. And that's why even sometimes when you doubt, when you feel like your loved one's not there, like she did not believe that her dad was going to come through, but he did, right? That's one of the most amazing things because it shows us that our loved ones are always listening. And even when you think they're not paying attention or they're not with you, I promise you that they are. And that's why I've been loving these online readings. I've been able to read so many of you. I've been able to meet so many of you in all different parts of the country, in all different parts of US and Canada. But I got to tell you, the saddest thing is, like, that was just one reading. There was so many people who've gotten messages tonight. I was able to read person after person after person. And the saddest thing is there's still some people who will write on my page and they'll be like, Matt, I want to attend an online group reading, but I just feel like my loved one won't come through. Or I feel like my mom doesn't have a message for me, or she won't come through with a message for me. Well, that was just proof. That woman did not think her dad was going to come through, but she gave him the opportunity. And when you attend an online reading, you give your loved ones the opportunity to reach you. They're only there because you're there. You bring your loved ones to me. I just tell you what they're saying. So I'm letting you guys know, because if you missed out on tonight's online reading, you probably missed out on hearing a message from a loved one that had passed on. But I want to let you guys know that today was the last online reading in April. May is completely sold out, and June is all sold out except for one date. This is your last chance to sign up for the June 29th online reading. So if you'd like a reading in this office, just like them from me, you got to make sure that you attend that next online reading because it gives your loved ones the opportunity to speak to you through me. So here's where you can go right here. Where is it? MeetMattFrazier.com. MeetMattFrazier.com. This is the last chance. I really hope that inspired you, because the saddest thing is when we lose a loved one and we question, are they still with us? Are they here? Are they at peace? Are they watching over me? What if they don't see me? What if they're not watching over me anymore? What if they didn't make it to heaven, right? Well, what I want you guys to know is that that's what I love as a medium. I love proving to you and showing you, listen, your loved ones are there. There is no such thing as death, and they're only just a thought away. So I hope that you'll come and join me. Tonight's online reading was fantastic. And there was so many people who got messages. So far, I've been able to read over 1,000 people online. And if you've been wanting to attend, you've got to make sure you're there June 29th. This is the last call. We're about to run out of time to sign up. So if you'd like to join me on June 29th, I know it seems like a long time away, but I can only allow a limited amount of people. So you got to go to MeetMattFrazier.com, MeetMattFrazier.com, and reserve your spot, because I know that there's someone in spirit that's trying to reach you and trying to bring through a message. So until that time comes, I really hope to be able to meet you, and I really hope that I'm the one that's able to deliver that message. So if you'd like to attend an online reading with me, MeetMattFrazier.com. That's where you can go. Just click on online readings, and it's only $19 to attend. Oh my God, thank you so much. I see Colleen just signed up for the June 29th online reading. I also see that Deborah said that she just signed up as well. Oh my God, thank you guys so much. This is so exciting. I cannot wait to see you there. And like I said, there's only a few spots left. So this is it. This is your sign. If you've been looking for a sign from Spirit, I hope you'll join me June 29th, live online. It's through Zoom. You can use your iPhone, smartphone, tablet, PC to attend. You just got to make sure that you're there, because when you're there, your loved ones in spirit are there as well. So meetmattfrazier.com. I hope you head on over there while there's still time, and I hope to see you June 29th. And remember, your loved ones can see everything that you do, but they're not there to judge you. They're there to love and support you. And that reading is just proof.